Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. I see some red out there, and I chose pink. So we're so glad you're here. I am afraid the room is going to tilt over. Joe, are you just holding it down over there? Well, thank you. Anyway, we are so happy to present Jessica Poggi with the Center for the Visually Impaired, and she is going to tell you all about how you can see better. Thank you, Jessica.
Jessica Poggi, and I am the marketing director at the nonprofit Center for the Visually Impaired. And I am so happy it's Valentine's Day because the title of the presentation is Living with Low Vision, How to Continue Doing the Things That You Love, Even with Low Vision. So love is a theme of the presentation. It's a perfect fit for today. And I really love this nonprofit, and I'm so happy that we are able to be a resource in Gainesville. But first, before I start telling you a little bit about who we are, how we're able to help, and how we're able to do these adaptive tools and devices so our clients can learn to live with low vision, I want to play a game. Does that sound good? Okay. So, raise your hand if you have lived in Georgia for 10 years or more. Okay, now keep them up if it's been 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. All right, so who was 80? Okay, how many years? 84. How many years? 81. Mary, I think has anyone lived more than 84? I think you're our winner. Oh, wow. So I have a prize for you. You did. Here you go. And a little splash of red to go with your pink.
Well, can you tell I'm lived all my life?
So, and that's wonderful. And I wanted to play that game because Center for the Visually Impaired has been a nonprofit in Atlanta, are you ready? For over 60 years. Okay, and our mission is to empower people impacted by vision loss to live with independence and dignity. And like I shared, we want our clients to continue doing what they love to do and what they have to do. And this is very important because we're a resource when glasses and surgeries can no longer work. Okay, and so it's very important because the CDC reports that for adults ages 18 and plus, vision loss, vision disabilities, that's one of the top 10 disabilities. So we want to, as that number continues to grow, because a lot has changed since COVID, we want to be able to help people live in their homes longer and do the things that they love to do. What's great about Center for the Visually Impaired is that it's all ages. So we're a resource not just for seniors, but for ages 3+. And we help people regardless of their income. So we do take Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We try to do what we can so we don't have to turn anyone away so they can live the life that they want to and do what they love, right? So some of our clients that are seniors, these are the top 3 causes that we're seeing in 2025. 80% of our clients, even though we do children, in 2025, they are ages 60+. So raise your hand if you know anyone with age-related macular. Okay, how about diabetic retinopathy? Glaucoma? So actually on my table, and I really want this to be interactive, we're gonna have a time for questions, but I do have glaucoma warning signs, okay? So please make sure that you grab one of these before you leave today. We really want to be able to help and make sure that we can help with these low vision diseases. And I want to introduce you to one of our CVI clients because it's all ages. So this is Bridget. And Bridget was a Savannah State College graduate. She was a corporate trainer that traveled all over the country. She was diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy, and she had an accident. She came to CVI as an amputee, and she was able to get adult service training with our team. So we were able to do white cane training with her, but most importantly, CVI provided technology training. And that helped her be able to do voiceover work. We teach something called the JAWS program, and that's when your computer is able to help read the screen to you. And she is so inspirational. She found so much community in the support groups at CVI. Now she even leads one. But every year, CVI hosts a Night Visions fundraising gala, and we presented Bridget with a Sarah Wolf Spirit Award because of her courageous spirit and all the amazing work that she did leading the support groups, overcoming these obstacles. This is her acceptance speech, and I love it because it really is the heart of what we are trying to do at CVI. So we're gonna play this, so I'm gonna need sound on the video. Okay, all right, here we go.
You see, it's about overcoming obstacles.
Do you hear it?
Accepting the happy and the sad.
Here. Oh. Let's see. My tech support. Are you ready? Okay, he's ready. All right, 3, 2, 1.
You see, it's about overcoming obstacles. Accepting the happy and the sad. Striving with genuine intent. No fad. Understand this. Determination has me by the neck. I'm moving on with life in this white cane, trying not to wreck. I can't look back, but I must double check. I'm going full speed ahead, trying to make it in under 60 seconds. I'll proclaim it again and again and again. I'm determined to be all I can be. It's my personal decree. I'm focused. I'm ready. Nothing will deter me. And with or without sight, I will not flee. I'll stand firm and rooted like that of an oak tree as I continue to be all I can be. Determined. That's me. Thank you.
I hope you could hear that. I can always play it afterwards if you had a question, but just determined to be all that she could be, finding those solutions to be able to enjoy life, live life, and that's what we try to do at Center for the Visually Impaired. So our Night Visions Gala this year is on Thursday, March 20th, and this is really neat. Our Sarah Wolf recipient honoree this year is Gia Pergolini. She is a Paralympic medalist who went to the Tokyo and recently the Paris Olympics. She's training right now for the LA Paralympics. And so we're honoring her. And the Night Visions Gala, it's just a wonderful time to just support a great cause and really learn a little bit more, again, how we're able to have those success stories. So we are all about finding solutions. The heart of how we do that as well is through the Low Vision Clinic. The best way we can help our clients is through a low vision exam. So we typically get a doctor referral, and our doctors will take those eye notes and they'll do a low vision exam and try to find out where solutions are needed. Okay, and this can be bioptics to help drive, this could be technology training, but it all starts with that low vision exam. What I'm so happy to share with you guys today is that there's not one but two satellite locations in Gainesville. So our main clinic, we had a group from Lanier Villages come and tour in August. So we're located in Midtown, but we know that there are some people that really need that low vision support, but maybe they're going to have a hard time getting to Midtown. So we're trying to be able to go out into the community and be that resource. So we're able to be at Georgia Retina on Jesse Jewell Parkway. And Georgia Retina wanted me to let you guys know that they've been in eye practice for 30 years. So they're getting ready to celebrate that. And then the North Georgia Eye practice also on Jesse Jewell. So that's only 7 or 8 miles from here. What's great about that is the follow-up appointments, okay? Because this community is less than 15 miles from a location, we're able to do follow-ups in your home. So that's really helping people label their kitchen, practice using the adaptive tools. We also can do a telehealth follow-up as well. But it's wonderful. So, but if you have friends that live in different cities, we are in Decatur, Cumberland, our Lawrenceville in Gwinnett County, that is a super popular location. Union City, we are opening next month in Covington, which there's a really big need. And then I'm really excited about Athens because my son just got into UGA. So that will be very easy for me to go and have an excuse to visit him, right? So we are just trying to be able to do these monthly satellite appointments and be that resource. What's great too is that parking for all these locations, even at our Midtown clinic, is free. It's convenient. We want to make it as less stressful as possible for when you come into the exam. So these are some of, when people come into the clinic, these are some of the challenges that they're having. And I'm going to give you little bits of tips that we would give our clients at CVI. So if someone has low vision and they're having problems making out faces, we suggest at CVI that you always remember to introduce yourself when you're coming in and when you're leaving. This is really important for a community like Lanier Village that's so large and you have so many fun things that you're doing, because we assume that they're going to recognize our voice, but that may not be the case. So it may seem funny at first, but you always want to say, "Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm getting ready to sit down next to you. Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm getting ready to leave right now." You want to make sure that they aren't feeling uncomfortable. So that's one solution. Reading the newspaper and magazines. This is one of my favorite things because the Georgia Library, and I have this actually on your sheet. The Georgia Library Services for the Blind and Disabled, so the website's on there. They offer this free adaptive tool. It looks kind of like a VCR, but what's great is that because of the color contrast and the feeling of the buttons, it's easier to navigate sometimes. So the library will send those subscriptions, and you can pass this around. Actually, I'll keep it up here, and you're welcome to look at it after the presentation. But that's something that our team, we help with that process of signing things up. Reading bills, mail, medication bottles. This is a free service that we give to all of our clients. It's called Script Talk, and it is a little speaker. It is a free service, and it reads to you the instructions. So it will say your name, the name of the pills, how long that you need to use that. And there's some other magnification tools that we will talk about today as well. Signing your name. This is a really neat tool. It's a handwriting guide. So that really helps. It looks like a stencil to help you be able to sign your name. Using your computer, I already talked about that. That's something that we did for Bridget. Using the JAWS program, watching TV. We try to do different types of magnification for that. So if your friends have low vision, there's tools and ways that we can help with everyday things. So we're all about, again, empowering clients. And again, we are the resource when glasses and surgery cannot help. And so it's great. Doctors really love CVI because they're able to give their patients a resource when they've tried everything else. And also, and it doesn't have to be, we also want to make sure that we're teaching our clients how to preserve the vision that they have too. So it may just be one eye that there's a challenge with, but we want to be able to say, hey, this is to rest that eye. This prevents headaches, and safety is such a big thing that we want to make sure that our clients are always having top of mind. Mary and I were talking before the presentation today a little bit about, sometimes people are very hesitant to get the help that they need. They don't really think anything's going to help. What I love about Center for the Visually Impaired, we have low vision team members that work at our location. So a lot of times we're going to get that doctor referral, and there's going to be a client service representative calling and booking that appointment. That team member is visually impaired. They're using the job program that we're going to teach. They're going to have a conversation at the front end before they even come into our clinic, and they're going to maybe relate to someone and maybe just even get some ideas of how we can help. Plus, we're able to now offer all these satellite locations so that anxiety of having to maybe go to Midtown isn't going to be there, especially for this Gainesville community. And this, I'm just going to walk you through what it looks like if you come to CVI in our low vision clinic. You're going to have your doctor's report. So our doctor's going to look and see all the things that have been tried. And they're going to sit down one-on-one with you, or maybe with your family member, and we're going to listen to your challenges and try to find those solutions. The very same day, our clients will meet with an occupational vision therapist. And that's where, if there's technology that needs to be used, or if there's safety and mobility training, all that is going to get started on the same day. So we really want to make sure that we're mindful of your time. And again, because this location is less than 15 miles away from a satellite clinic, we can come and do that follow-up in your home. So some more helpful techniques. So this gets into how we help our clients and how we help them continue to do what they love. When you're at the dining room, and we always try to make sure that family members or communities know, we recommend doing the plate method. And you can see the picture on the screen. So always your meat or your potatoes would be at the same place on your plate, because a lot of people may not be able to see exactly what they're eating. So we want them to enjoy the dining experience. We want them to know that they're eating their vegetables and not their potatoes, right? That there's not, so this is how we teach that. And we already talked about introducing yourself when you come in. The pocket talker is at the bottom of the screen. This is great for your friends that have dual sensory issues. So maybe you want to watch a movie night, but you're having problems hearing and your vision's not great. That is a little speaker you put over your hearing aids, and you can adjust the volume. So that's a really great thing, especially even if you're going out with a large group of friends and you're having trouble hearing. That's a solution that we will give. We tell our families and our clients to try to use descriptive words. And so this is when you're maybe even navigating to the dining room. Just making sure that they know exactly where they're going and avoiding obstacles. We talked about the library books. There are Braille Bibles. The Georgia Library System also provides Bibles. And we have, of course, the large print cards that we will teach. I did a presentation once with one of our occupation vision therapists, and there was someone in the room who loved playing bridge. And so that occupational vision therapist suggested using puffy paint on the card deck so you could kind of feel the number. And so there's always solutions that low vision therapists can come up with. Safety and mobility, the CDC reports within that first year of a low vision diagnosis, you are 40% more likely to have a fall. That's very scary for our seniors that want to be super active. So safety and mobility training is very important at CVI. You would still go through the clinic first, but we could come into your home and make sure that things are organized so you can stay there longer. And we even can, around CVI, we do a lot of this training. If you come and have a vision appointment in Midtown, you will see our team working with even the elevators, practicing. We do teach how to use the MARTA and how to use MARTA mobility, because a lot of people that do come to CVI require that. And the adult services, this is really what we talked about a lot with Bridget, that technology. On your agenda, there are 2 apps that we teach at CVI, and they're free. It's called Be My Eyes and Seeing AI. And so it's great that our team is able to practice that. We have one gentleman who is visually impaired. He navigated the Atlanta airport and went to Jacksonville for the summer for a conference using these apps. So it has definitely been a huge success. Technology is really helping the visually impaired, and we love that. We want to lean into that and teach that. That JAWS program that we talked about a couple times today, that's important because it helps people pay their bills online. So that's a very important skill to be able to have, and we can go one-on-one with that. So this is the really fun part. The Visibility Store is a nonprofit on-site store at CVI, and some of you got to come visit us there during the summer. It is the only one in the Southeast. So there is over like 500 adaptive tools. So, I mean, and it's not just magnifiers, it's things like kitchen gadgets. I love these measuring cups. But you can see the color, there's a color contrast and you can feel. We teach something called the dip method. So you may love to cook, but you're having trouble pouring. So on this, you would teach to lift up, to fill up the measuring cups. There are oven mitts that go all the way up to here. So you can still take things out of the oven. So it's not just magnifiers, but we'll go into some of these tools. For friends in the room that didn't get that opportunity to visit us, CVI was highlighted a few years ago on a news program, and I wanted to see if I can try and play this video so you can see, okay? So we're gonna go to a YouTube link. All right, here we go.
The most powerful name in local news. Fox 5 News at 5.
Tonight in Health Watch, a unique Atlanta store full of gifts that can make a difference.
While you're gearing up to buy your last-minute holiday gifts, we're going to show you a store that's full of 1,000 devices that make life easier for people who are visually impaired. I'm Health Watch reporter Beth Galvin. Find out what they're selling and how to find this place in Atlanta coming up.
Fox 5 Health Watch.
When you're visually impaired, little things can become difficult, like cooking dinner, reading a book, or doing a crossword puzzle.
But at one Atlanta store, everything on the shelves is designed to make life easier for people with low vision. Health Watch reporter Beth Galvin joins us now with a look inside. Beth?
And Russ and Lisa, you won't find this store at the mall, and it is not set up to make a profit. Instead, it's designed to sell hard-to-find items, the kind of things that could really make a difference in the life of somebody who's visually impaired.
I generally use Microsoft Word.
Instead of being nervous around computers,
You have to go with the flow, you might say.
86-year-old Helen Trenadu loves them.
I guess I take for granted that everybody else would know what to do with a computer.
I have a fiercely independent mom who set a really great standard for being able to just do anything.
But these days, it's getting harder for Helen to see because age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, has blurred her vision.
You pick up a newspaper and you want to see immediately what the headlines are. I'm at the point where I barely can make out the headlines, but any of the other fine print, I need magnification.
So when Helen and her daughter Tracy do their holiday shopping, they skip the crowded malls and come here to the Center for the Visually Impaired in Midtown.
You have a nice selection of games.
Inside is a store called Visibility, the only one of its kind in the Southeast for people who have low vision or are blind.
We have over 1,000 items here, and that's the wonderful thing.
If you're a techie, Visibility sells software that can magnify every program on your computer and colorful, easy-to-see keyboards.
This is very nice, the yellow on black.
The biggest ticket items here are CCTVs, high-tech video magnifiers that help you read and do things like the New York Times crossword puzzle.
There are items in here that they never really thought of, but once they see it, they're like, I can definitely use this.
And if the person you're shopping for is more old school, how about a supersized remote control, bigger-than-life clocks and thermometers, giant print address books, or handheld magnifiers?
I have about 7 or 8 of them scattered around the house.
At just 99 cents.
That's the 2020.
Yes.
They have a very nice dark line.
The hottest seller here is a little pen with dark magic marker style ink that doesn't smudge or bleed through your paper. One of the coolest devices here in the Visibility store is this handheld video magnifier. Say you've got a prescription bottle, but the print's too small and you can't read it. You take the magnifier, you take a picture, and there you have it, blown up in boldface.
The telephones that have the larger numbers are very convenient, very nice to have.
Helen likes most of the talking devices. The clock with the British accent, not so much.
The time is now 11 minutes past 12 p.m.
Well, we'll dispense with the rest of that information.
The point is that they can actually come in, touch and feel, and make sure that that's the right item for them before they take it home.
It has not been easy letting go of her vision and some of her independence, but Helen has no intention of slowing down. And she says this place is helping her live her life a little better.
No, you should not give up or, keep going. You might have your moments of frustration, but that in too passes by.
So that's a little virtual tour of CVI. Let's try to get. So one of the items they talked about are the CCTVs, and that is one way that we do teach our clients how to read their mail or books. These are so advanced right now that they'll read to you, and you put them under. They do run, they're like $2,000+, and our team does help people set those up, but we've really leaned into the free apps. So the Be My Eyes, the Seeing AI. This is a really neat tool. I have a couple things that I really love in the store that I just wanted to show. This is called the Pen Friend. And this is something where you would record maybe a color of a shirt, what's in a drawer. And when you scan it with the Pen Friend, it's gonna read it to you. So this is how we would teach our clients to maybe help them pick out clothes daily. So this is a really neat thing. It could be for any item in your home. And one of the hugest, most important thing that our occupational vision therapists will work our clients with, it's these bump dots. So if you were able to join us for the tour of CVI, we went upstairs. We have an actual apartment upstairs where we do teach our clients how to cook, how to label, a microwave, and a laundry room. It is fascinating. And it's great because we have a gas stove and an electric stove, so we want to make sure that they're practicing on what is most like their home environment. But these are great because a lot of times clients will come to us and they're using Post-it notes. And that's gonna fall off and it's gonna be really hard to see. We have these in all kinds of colors and they feel so different. This really helps people. So just think if you came to us at Georgia Retina or North Georgia Eye, we would be able to do this in your home and help you label and practice. So that's just such a great tool. So many great things that they can teach. I love this because a lot of times our seniors, when they're in the kitchen, they're trying to pour their coffee and tea, and they're gonna use their finger because they can't see when to stop. So this goes right on your coffee mug, and it will sound an alarm. So that's just such a great safety feature so no one's getting burned. So little items like this make such a big difference. And in the video, they had the color contrast keyboards. So we have a whole bunch of these. And we do have a low vision team member in the store that works and helps out. And this is his favorite one. So that's great too, because he's able to give that support. We talked about the kitchen gadgets. This is really neat because you want to be able to know what time it is and what the date is. This is like the Staples Easy button.
The time is 10 o'clock a.m. The date is February 14th, Friday.
So this is such a useful tool that you could put in your office or in your bedroom. So you're welcome to come and look at all these tools. And then I have to tell you, when your community toured, this was their favorite thing. Everybody wanted one of these. Mary, you got one of those. So these big calendars, they really help. And then we do have different types of bold markers that you can make those notes on. The store is open to the public, but really the best way to utilize this is going through our clinic, because you're going to get recommendations and solutions for what you need. And sometimes those solutions, they're gonna be free solutions, like the medication reader or the app. And then when you meet with that occupational vision therapist, you can go over to the store with them and you have that opportunity to try it out. How it works at our satellite locations, our team is gonna look at that eye report, and we're gonna say, okay, we think that these are the items that they're going to need during their appointment. So we're gonna bring them with us. And then of course, if there's more or something changes, that's when that follow-up can happen. So can we help you? We are a resource, again, to everyone in Georgia, regardless of age or income. And I am just so happy to be able to meet you today. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for everyone for having us, because we really want to help people. And so please, even if you do not have a low vision issue, please remember us for friends at church, other people in the community, so they can continue doing what they love to do. I do have on the table, if anyone is interested in having a low vision exam appointment, you can write your name down and our client service team will contact you for more information on that as a follow-up. We also have information on our Night Visions Gala. So it's Valentine's Day, so this may make a fun date night, right? so we have that as well. And this is our address and our phone number. And again, I'm Jessica. I'm gonna open it up to questions. So
wait for the mic.
Do you have a website where some of these products could be purchased online?
We do not have a website where they're purchased online. So it's all kind of in person, but we do have where we can send you things as needed. So the store, we have, so if there is something that you are interested in needing, you could always contact the store and they will be able to ship that to you. Because that was a big thing I know with the calendars. So, but at this time, we do not keep those items on there. And part of that reason behind that is because we want to be able, that's part of that low vision exam, those adaptive tools as well. So, is there another question?
What are the hours on your shop?
We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. But again, going after being able to have that low vision appointment and then going with the occupational vision therapist is always the best way. But anyone is welcome to come. And I hope you guys come back and see us. So we really enjoyed being able to do that group tour. So we do those as well, community tours. So.
Just a minute.
Have you heard about these smart glasses? Smart glasses?
Yes, there's Meta glasses too as well. I know that our program director is always leaning in and learning about the new technologies. So.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We're pleased you were here. What marvelous devices. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Don't forget there's literature up here.
Yes. I'll be up here to answer